Hi, welcome to another edition of the Alan Rosenberg Show. Boy, I'm dedicated because last night at Madison Square Garden in New York City, I went to see Billy Joel. Here's the shirt. Of course, this is the bootleg t-shirt they were selling outside, and I got it for $15. It's nicer and cheaper than the $55 t-shirt they were selling inside. So I went to see Billy Joel last night at Madison Square Garden. If you're not from the New York area, maybe you don't realize it. Billy Joel's had a residency there for I don't know how long. And last night was his 94th show at the 20,000 seat Madison Square Garden. Billy Joel pretty much has every record you can imagine in this area. The most shows at Madison Square Garden, the most shows at the Nassau Coliseum, Yankee Stadium, Shea Stadium, Citi Field, right? Did he play Citi Field? I mean, if it's built, Billy Joel's going to play there, and he's going to sell it out. Because if you are from Long Island, which is where I'm from, Billy Joel owns Long Island. I very rarely listen to the radio because I play CDs. But on the occasion where I have to listen to the radio, Billy Joel is always on the radio. And it's always those 5 or 6 songs that I turn off instantly because I want to kill myself because they're so played out and I can't stand them. But lo and behold, I have every Billy Joel studio album, and I know them pretty well. I'm one of those guys that appreciates Billy Joel, likes Billy Joel, and hates Billy Joel. And that's not unusual, because Billy Joel has that kind of reaction. He is like in the top 5 of largest selling recording artists of all time. He's up there with the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Garth Brooks. He's right there. But yet a lot of people hate him, but more people love him. And the guy hasn't released an album since 1993, The River of Dreams, and he's bigger than he's ever been because people just want to hear him play those same songs over and over again. Anyway, my wife's a fan. She was like, I'm tired of going to concerts with you where I don't really know all the songs. Let's go see Billy Joel before the residency ends. My best friend and his wife and came in from California, hadn't seen him in many years. And he said, let's go. So he got the tickets. We went last night, and I had a blast, man. He was great. He was great. So let's talk about the concert. And so here's the deal. I'm not going to rank his albums because I don't feel like it. Cold Spring Harbor was his first one. There's Piano Man, Street Life Serenade, and Turnstiles, the first 4 albums. They were not huge successes. In fact, he later on did a smart thing. He re-recorded live a bunch of the best songs from those albums and put them on Songs in the Attic, a really strong live record just of those deeper cuts. The Stranger was the big breakthrough, and ever since then, he's the biggest, amongst the biggest artists of all time. 52nd Street, Glass Houses, The Nylon Curtain, Innocent Man, I really like that. The Bridge, Stormfront, and then River of Dreams. Hasn't released an album, I think, 93. And then I got a couple live ones, the Russia show and the Millennium show and the Essential Billy Joel, and I got the 4 CD box set right here. So I got a good selection of Billy Joel. Yeah, I know his stuff, but he could be so annoying where I literally can't stand him, and then there's some stuff that's great. So what did he play? He played a lot. This was show 94. He played 26 songs. And there's your set list. Opened up with Miami 2017, Seen the Lights Go Out on Broadway. Love that one. That, of course, is from Turnstiles. And then he did My Life from 52nd Street to Downeaster. Alexa, I love that one. From Stormfront. Zanzibar. What's that? 52nd Street as well, I believe. Then he goes to the front of the stage. Did a really cool thing. He starts, everybody's going crazy. And he goes, oh, don't put your knickers in an uproar. It's not like I'm Mick Jagger or something. And then the band behind him starts kicking into Start Me Up. And you think they're just going to do like the riff or two. No, they start kicking into it. And Billy Joel starts singing and doing just a couple of little Mick Jagger moves. Winds up playing like almost the whole song. It was actually quite fun. And then he does Innocent Man, which I love, the title track of that great 50s type of album. Then they start jamming again. They start doing like Ba Ba Ba, Barbara Ann. The Beach Boys tune. Then they go back to An Innocent Man for the longest time. They do The Entertainer. What's that? Street Life Serenade, right? Did that one. That was really good. Half a Mile Away. That's kind of a deeper cut from 52nd Street. That's a great one. Allentown from The Nylon Curtain is great. Would have liked Goodnight Saigon, but they didn't do that one. Vienna. Oh my God. Amazing from The Stranger. Don't ask me why. That's from Glass Houses, I'm pretty sure. Moving Out. Anthony's song. Well, everybody knows that from The Stranger. New York State of Mind, oh my God, incredible from Street Life Serenade. What an amazing song that is. Sometimes a Fantasy, that's a fun one from Glass Houses. Only the Good Die Young, of course, from The Stranger. It's one of those I never need to hear again. Then he does The River of Dreams, the only song from The River of Dreams. To me, that's kind of like The Lion King, but it's a fun song, but they did something really cool. In the middle of that song, they start kicking into the music of River Deep, Mountain High, the classic I Can Tina Turner tune. And he did something really cool. Like, he would give like a little brief solo section to everybody in the band, or most people in the band, and introduce them. So he had a percussionist named Crystal Talaferro. She did the vocals of River Deep, Mountain High. You just took off to the moon. It was incredible. It was like seeing Tina Turner. It was amazing, and the band just rocked it out. And then it goes back into River of Dreams. It was like the most weirdest combination. It's like Billy Joel's not really a rocker, and you really sense it. Like, the band rocked with River Deep, Mountain High, but Billy Joel went back into the River of Dreams, like kind of like a Lion King type thing. Then he introduces us to one of the multi-instrumentalist backup singers, which is a guy named Mike Del Guidici, if I pronounce that right. Now, if you're in the tri-state area, you know him because for decades or a decade or whatever, he's been the biggest Billy Joel, act on the island and the tri-state area. He does the most incredible Billy Joel show. You would never know it's not Billy Joel with a really huge, incredible band. Well, he's so good that Billy Joel has him in the band in real life. And he did this thing called a Puccini opera song, Nessun Dorma. It was incredible. He brought the house down. Then he does scenes from an Italian restaurant from The Stranger and the title track of Piano Man. 21 songs, really full-length show right there, and it was great. I mean, the band's killer. Billy Joel sounded fantastic. And then he comes back and he does 5 encores, and that's where, I lose it because he does We Didn't Start the Fire from Stormfront. God, I hate that song. Uptown Girl, that was great from Innocent Man. It's Still Rock and Roll to Me from Glass Houses. Yep, never need to hear that one. Big Shot, 52nd Street. Yep, never need to hear that one. And You May Be Right from Glass Houses. Yep, never need to hear that one as well. No Captain Jack, I would have loved to have heard that. But it's a fully loaded show, 26 songs, a full 2+ hours, and it was amazing. It's really interesting. I mean, it's kind of cool. Everybody, that place was sold out, and he sells the back of the arena out, so there's no staging really. It's a nice stage, but there's nothing on it. And most bands, when they play big arenas, they only really play the front of it and the side. They don't play the back because they have big screens. Billy Joel, it's an open stage. So every seat in Madison Square Garden is completely sold. Everybody's singing every song. They all know them. An incredible age disparity. You got old people, you got really young people, and they are dancing and singing the whole time. They know every damn word. Billy Joel really crosses over. Mostly women. Nah, that's not fair. There's tons of guys there too. But the cameras kept showing the women singing, especially good-looking women. So it was kind of funny that way. But a super enjoyable show. What were my highlights? I loved the Downeaster Alexa. The deeper cuts. Zanzibar was great. Start Me Up was really fun. I actually love An Innocent Man as an album, and I love that the title track and Longest Time. Even Uptown Girl was great. Vienna was amazing. Allentown was great. Deeper cut, like Half a Mile Away. He mixed it up really well. New York State of Mind is incredible, especially in New York. So, there's my review of Billy Joel live at Madison Square Garden. Got to hang out with my best friend and his wife. We spent the whole day in the city. This was yesterday. I got home. Ooh. I didn't go to sleep until about 2 o'clock in the morning. And I was at work this morning and worked the whole day. So I'm dragging. But I had to tell you guys about Billy Joel. And my wife loved it. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts. He's kind of unique. It's really funny. Towards the end of the show, my best friend Mike, we're next to each other. My wife's here. We're all dancing and singing. And Mike goes, "What the hell is Billy Joel? Like, what is he?" I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, "Well, he's not like pop, but he's certainly not like rock. Is he like Neil Diamond?" Well, I'm like, I don't like Neil Diamond at all. So I don't think he's like Neil Diamond. But I know like what Mike is saying. He's not like a rocker, but he's not like pop. But he's not as rocky as Elton John. They did that duet tour once. I don't know. What the hell is Billy? He's just Billy Joel, I guess. The king of New York, but now he plays stadiums all over the world. So God bless him. Anyway, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this review and shocking you with my Billy Joel collection. I don't really listen to him very often, though. Don't have to. He's always on the goddamn radio. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Let me know your thoughts on Billy Joel. Kind of curious about this one. And I'll see you next time on the Alan Rosenberg Show.